Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Good Monday, I hope. So, we're at Red Rocket. Now, I've got a couple of questions about this one before sent my way quite often, which is this doorway here. As you can see, it's kind of a pain in the arse, because it doesn't actually have a powered door on it. I'm going to show you in a second that you can't actually put your own powered door on in the traditional sense that to show you. Now, for the records, where you find these powered doors, they're in the warehouse tab within the door section. They're kind of harder to find because they're not in the normal door section. You have to go to warehouse, and they're specifically in warehouse doors. Also, you get them from the contraptions DLC. As you can see right here, I'm just demonstrating what you can't do. So annoyingly, you can't actually use any kind of glitch to get it. I was hoping initially you could just sink it in like that. And also you can't, because these snap to other things. Anything that snaps, you can't use the rug glitch on, unfortunately. But I'm just going to show you a nice simple technique of how I've done mine. It's kind of like a scaled up version of how I do this a lot actually when I fix doorways. If I have kind of crappy doorways, I just build my own doorway arch. So you can see I've snapped one of those doors on there. I've snapped these on. I just like it looking a little bit scrappy. The reason for these bigger doors, because I'm going to take them off and I'm going to put the half ones on, is just because these ones tend to have a bit more enthusiastic snapping, shall we say. And often they'll just, see that they'll just sometimes snap at weird angles. So I thought, right, take them off. Then I basically placed down two more. One of each. I said this is a really simple. Most of you probably know what I'm going to do, but I just thought it might not initially come to you to do this, and I thought I'd just be kind of more prudent to give it its own video. So hold in the X there, select all. I'm just getting that nice and close, and basically you just pillar glitch those in like that. I quickly went away to light a firework because the weather was shit, and the same again. What I'm doing is holding select on that pillar. Closer, because you have to be very close to the item. There we go. And that's allowing me to use the select all glitch so I can kind of place things a little closer. And I like using these kind of bespoke walls because they're a really good way of just kind of doing it. I think I did actually have a notion to put some railings on at the start. Yeah, I do, and then I realised they won't snap yet. It's alright, just allow me my moment. Yeah, see, they won't snap yet, it's fine. I think it's because I was doing them on the bottom, so I just think, fuck it. Okay, I'll put it in now. It's a bit of a nightmare. No, not a nightmare. It's just a little bit quirky. You have to be kind of, because you have to get in exactly the right position. Because too far in, for whatever reason, I don't know what's getting in the way. There is a sign there that you'll see on the side, which I have scrapped and tried this before, and it still didn't work. So it's not the sign. Although I probably should have just taken that sign off anyway now, because it might have made this part a little bit easier. But basically, just for whatever reason, it just doesn't let you. You see what I'm doing right there is I'm using the actual doorway, because it's actually one of these doorways. I can use it to line up so it's the exact right length, and then I'm holding select, and I'm using the left bumper to move it back. There we go, nice and sheer. And I have to put the floor in, because of the fact it was quite quirky with placing the floor in. I actually do it afterwards. I didn't try putting, see, it's a little bit of a gap underneath there. I mean, you could probably do without that, I guess, because it's only where the rolling door is, but it bothered me. So I think, fuck it, what I'm going to do is just place two of these down. Not that one, David. That one. There we go. And we'll just sink a couple of those in. I'll do it from the rear. Lol. And then just squeeze those in. Piper's just watching, hanging around, not really helping out. She does that, to be honest, other than getting shot. It's alright, don't worry, Pipes. I love you, babes. So this one was just a bit temperamental getting in, and that's what you see it now. That's the reason why I put the floor in afterwards, because it might have to be like a millimeter further backwards. So this is why I just gave me a little bit more, but you can probably put it in, or you don't need it. This was just me kind of adding a little bit more decoration. And so I'm quite good with all of these various glitches now that it just kind of allows me to kind of do things a little bit more freehand, because I'm a complete show off and a bit of a prick. So we go, in we go. Oh, no, it's too enthusiastic. Oosh, there we go. And it's nice as well, because it kind of has this nice little mesh texture. Stops any kind of weird light going through, other than the ones that I don't mind. Now, you can actually just leave it like this. The great thing is, with using this warehouse piece right there, is that it does just kind of blend in with everything. It also blends in with the style of how I've made this settlement, which is namely very, 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 very scrappy. Also, the fact is that you haven't glitched that door and you have no trouble with actually powering as well. No, I don't put any fancy switch system. mainly because I can't be asked. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to basically add a little bit more detail, just a few bits and pieces, just kind of, because it does look a bit blocky. Now, there are various things you can do. I've opted just to put some junk fences on the outside on one side, and I was going to put on both sides, but I realised when I went over there that the door is way too close. But allow me my moment. This is footage I recorded earlier. David, stop fucking around. Stop it. There we go. Get your rug. There we go. Get your pillar that you stored because you're a complete mong and you shouldn't do that anymore. You promised. I did have the pillar right at the start. Did you notice that? The pillar was ready for you, so you didn't have to see me keep selecting it out of the menu. But I'm only human. So you can see, you just want it resting. You don't want it in. It just kind of breaks up the wall a little bit. You can use other things as well. This is kind of like... I really like this technique, by the way. If you watch my Jamaica Plain video, you saw that I actually have these at doorways. It's one of those things that's really simple to do. And it just sorts out so many pain-in-the-arse areas in the game, where you may have had... that was a really stealthy rug there as well. I can't believe I remembered it was still there. But you may have had, you know, crappy doors, like the ones at Jamaica Plain, where to us it's just better just to kind of build new ones around them. And it just looks quite funky as well. It's quite a satisfying, funky little look. Doesn't fit there though. I need something like... We need a pile of tyres. Yes, if I were on PC or Xbox, I could probably get some sort of form of pile of tyres. Fuck off sign, no one loves you anymore. But annoyingly we don't. Because sometimes I want something just kind of like pack up the side. Just something thin. Eventually I just use some of the wee cages and that's about it. But... It's all good, it's all good. I might add a bit of decoration when I actually get around to decorating it. So just pop in that in there. Don't store the pillar. Bad Davey. Oh, by the way, this is where I realised I'd stored my rug. So there it is, or rather not sunk my rug. It's nearly done right now. We're just going to pop that there and add some decoration at the top. I'm torn as well, because sometimes I like to use these pop turrets on the top as well. I might replace what I do on the top with a couple of turrets. But for now, to be completely honest, I just wanted it to kind of look themed. So we'll just carefully rug glitch this in, so it looks all fine and dandy. And then we'll slop on some things at the top. No, we won't. We'll attempt to put a spike pole in first. Doesn't fit. Because you're a twat and you should have done that afterwards, and then we put this in here and it looks terrible. It doesn't look very good. These tents, I'm really annoyed with these tents, right? I feel as if we should have had options similar, because they're like, that canopy idea works really well. Obviously I'd get rid of that one, don't worry, that's bollocks. But the fact is that I kind of feel that we... When I remember when I saw the patch notes, it said, oh, we're adding raider tents. I was like, oh, raider tents, get in, son. And they're not bad, they're pretty cool. But you realise they're a little bit too big. If they were a bit more of a... Like, if they'd made them so there were a couple of them that were shaped so they would fit with the workshop a bit more, I'd be a lot happier. If you know what I mean. Like, sometimes they would be kind of like a little bit more of a rigid shape. Like something that would say exactly 2 squares wide or 1 square wide or that kind of thing. So that way I could place it on a structure and it not look absolutely twattish. This is me just attempting to not have to jump down. It's very simple. I've got the Nuka World decorations, by the way, again. You've seen these. I just wanted it to, like, tastefully done. I like to use these quite a bit, but the one thing I've realised about these, because they are so Nuka World themed, you don't really want to abuse them in your settlements. So this is obviously the Nuka World Red Rocket, so it's fine. But for, like, I was going to use these in Jamaica Plain, and I realised they were way too Nuka World-y. So I realised they might have quite a lot of limitations, which is kind of a pain in the arse. This little fella wouldn't slip in as well. Get in there, you son. Grand. Alright, okay, there we go. So that's it. I've got a wee little tour so you can see it. There we go. It looks really cool. Right, anyway, hope you guys found that useful. I'll have another video up tomorrow. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I'll see what I'm up to. And I'll talk to you lovely people soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.